Michele McTierney, and you're watching Liner Notes Radio. We are broadcasting live from the Hotel RL in Baltimore's beautiful Inner Harbor, and tonight we have a really special guest. We have Scott Ambrose, a good friend of mine, and he is also a filmmaker, photographer, visual artist, and stage manager. So tonight we're going to talk about a lot of different subjects, and we're going to start with stage management. But without further ado, let's welcome Scott Ambrose.
Yay!
He's also a performance artist in his own right.
I just quit smoking, and I can do that without puking now.
So,
what are we doing? Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this?
Well, we're going to talk about a bunch of different topics. The Liner Notes Radio
My
is
heart's
to talk
racing.
about.
I probably shouldn't have did that. Is there a defibrillator on this floor of the hotel?
Probably.
Oh God.
We can get it if you need it.
Oh God.
I think you're going to persevere.
Oh Jesus.
Just have a little bit more water, and we'll be fine.
I got gin and water.
Awesome. You're the only person I know who likes gin.
That can't be true. I think we're about 1 in 6.
Oh yeah?
Just every people. So you're scraping the barrel, huh? Why am I here?
Because you're an artist in your own right.
I'm not.
You are. You're very talented.
Nope.
And
Keep
modest. And so modest. So, let's talk about stage management for a moment.
Okay.
You've done stage management for festivals and shows. You've done Artscape 2016 and 2017. You were stage manager for my 2016 See the Good Suicide Prevention concert, and a very, very big volunteer for that. It nearly killed all of us, and I appreciate your help. It was probably wise of you to stay away this year.
I would have been there. I know
you would have.
I was on a beach wedding.
Yeah, it's a beach wedding. And
Congratulations, Kathy, Michael.
Well, you know, drunken bridesmaids are definitely on the lure, so I can totally understand ditching a suicide prevention benefit concert for that. You've also done Red Bull Flutog?
The Flutog. You know what Flutog is?
I am not aware of a Flutog.
You know what a Flutog is. You see it all the time.
Do I?
Where they launch the handmade planes off of the ramps. The planes that are made out of garbage, and they launch them into the water.
Like actual garbage, or you're just calling it garbage?
Well, they're made out of repurposed materials.
No.
Never seen that?
No.
We did it here in Baltimore a couple times. Flutogs.
The things I miss out on when I'm crying on Walmart. So, you've also done corporate events.
Lots.
You've done Obama's inauguration gala as well. So you are the bomb in terms of stage management and event prep and event management.
I was in the right place at the right time, or I was the only one who would take the job.
Or your dashing good looks.
Yeah, that's what it was. paid a lot of money though, and I sure as shit ain't gonna smoke.
Just to spite.
I could have thrown that at a dead squirrel and said, "This is for me, squirrel. I don't want to smoke anymore." All that money, and I've been like, "Cured. I'm cured because I just threw away a couple days' pay on a dead squirrel with the idea that I'm going to quit smoking for it." It's all psychosis. So that's the hypnotism. Opening up your checkbook.
That's deep.
It's so deep. So, what do I have to do to? This is a game show, right? Yeah, I did.
A game show.
So I got to eat these all in 15 minutes. Is that right?
No, it's not. It's not man versus food.
Oh, because I can do that.
Well, so you're kind of jaded against the whole stage management thing because
I'm jaded
do you not think it's
pretty much every
necessary at all?
single thing that is.
No, you're pragmatic. I don't think you're pessimistic. I think you're pragmatic. You're not the glass is half empty or the glass is half full. You're like, why is the glass so goddamn big?
There you go. Yes, that's true.
That's Scott's whole philosophy right there. Or why isn't there more gin to fill it up?
Spine.
It's a microphone.
This place sucks. I mean, it's lovely.
It's lovely, and they give free water and coffee.
Free water and coffee and turn down service and mint on a pillow. What else do they do here at the Grove?
They support local artists such as our friend Jason Schneider over there.
I'm right.
Yeah.
Wait, is he here? Oh, his art's still hanging up. That's surprising. That's good. Great. Good for him.
Yeah. I think he's supposed to take it down and give me back my frames, but we'll see that.
He's a leave things where I left them kind of guy.
Yeah, it's going to be me taking it down. If I want the frames back, it's going to be me. All right, so the importance of stage management, because you know that without a stage manager, like Artscape, that's how I met you. I was performing in Artscape, and Scott was running one of the stages. He was one of the most awesome, chill, funny, sarcastic people I've ever met. And immediately when I saw him at Auto Bar, I bought him a beer because I was like, thank you for being so awesome. Such a great stage
on that
manager.
show, remember that?
You did. Yes, you did. That's another reason why I felt sorry for you. I felt pity, and I bought you a craft beer. That was expensive. The craft beer.
Okay.
Well, maybe I was just like.
Are things that bad?
It is. It's really.
You remember the price of a beer from almost 2 years ago? Over 2 years ago?
No, I just remember going, I wonder if he's worth it. And you are. Totally. I'm very happy that we're friends. So, stage management. I mean, seriously.
I didn't want to say because they want to hear all.
I'm sorry. I'll shut my mouth. So, you know that stage management is really important. I mean, a monkey can't do it.
I think a monkey could do it. I think a monkey would be best suited for it. Absolutely. You just need something that can screech, be threatening, and point. What else do you really need? And people are going to listen to a monkey, whether they want to or not, because they're going to be terrified or be so endeared by it. They'll be like, "I'm going to do whatever this monkey says. I love monkeys." Who doesn't love monkeys? Sick fucking people don't like monkeys.
Trained monkeys are broken monkeys.
You don't even need a trained monkey. You just need a monkey. Any kind of animal would be better. Like a little dog, like a little service animal.
You were really prepared, though, because you were like, where's the set list? What, when are people going on? When are they coming off? You had your miner's light around your head. You look like you were mining for blood diamonds or something.
I didn't bring a fucking canary with me. It's a goddamn headlamp that they sell at Home Depot. I can cuss, right? Because I've done it several times.
Yeah, it is what it is.
A headlamp because you need to be able to read your own paperwork. What else did I bring? I brought a cooler. I brought some butt wipes. You always want to have some tenderness for your bottom because you get gig butt or what they call
Desitin.
Monkey ass or all kinds of different names for swamp ass, which I think is the medical name for it, or crotch rot. That's a terrible thing. It's a terrible way to live, and you want to be prepared for that. Gold bond should be in your toolbox. After that, your second most important thing is a change of underwear.
Because when somebody asks to put their own drum set up, you're going to shit yourself.
I am going to shit myself. I'm going to shit on them. Oh, man, those guys, huh? Who was that?
Let's not talk about it. Let's not name names. Let's not. No.
I want to talk
Don't
about
name names.
Shitty people out. There's some shitty people out there.
This is no longer an all ages show.
Never was.
I'm so glad there aren't European little kiddies here because it's past their bedtime.
What does that mean?
No, actually, we were
European.
doing a concert, and I'm like trying to, my songs have a lot of curse words in them, and then all of a sudden these little kids come in because of jet lag and all that, and I'm like, oh no.
What are they here for? What are the kids here for? What kids?
It's a room, because it's a hotel. They're staying, and I was apologizing to their parents, and they're like, it's okay, we're European.
Oh, this is another time.
Yes, it was another show. Not this one, because there are not invisible little kids out there.
They're used to all this confusing stuff that's around there. Okay, cool.
So you had your clipboard, and then how do you respond to people who have special requests when you're a stage manager?
Politely and without support. Oh my God, I could not stop that from happening. Oh my goodness. I usually look at them like when a stranger tells you that their mother died. You're just like, I'm sorry to hear that. And then you just go about your business.
You're one of the few people who just leave me speechless by some things, Scott. But you're hilarious. That's why I keep you around. All right. So let's go on to other stage management. So how did you do you have to set up stages sometimes? You have to set up lighting or that kind of stuff?
That's the bulk of what I've done throughout the years. Build stages. I worked for a company called Fandango Productions, which doesn't exist anymore, or at least they've changed names. And their bread and butter, or the product that they sold was ballroom transformations. So we would go to all over DC. I mean, embassies, White House, parts of Congress, almost every single government building there is. Major hotels, gigantic places. And we do these ballroom transformations where we would turn the ballroom into a South African jungle, or we would turn it into Candyland, or we would turn it into King Arthur's something or other, and just all these crazy things, and just huge, expensive transformations. And that's where, I learned the bulk of what I know. And that was fly by the seat of your pants. Crazy work. Crazy work. Working 48 hours at a time, living out of the front seat of a truck, sleeping on figuring how to use sandbags as a bed, making a mattress out of whatever you can.
So similar to Afghanistan.
It was my Afghanistan. I can't imagine a more snowflake thing to say.
I'm going to hell.
Oh my God, I've got PTSD from all the bar mitzvahs I've done.
All right, so we're going to take our first break.
Sweet. When we come back, I am going to finish that table of snacks off in record time. Stay fucking tuned.
Stay tuned. Thank you so much, Facebook. We'll be back in a little bit. That was hilarious.
Pretty funny.
Oh, yeah. but with the microphones, this is how they record us for the podcast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why we need them.
Hey, I'm going to eat these snacks. Set up a timer. Clock. Timer.
Are you ready?
I think so. All right. Let's do 5 minutes. Right. Volume up. Hey, go ahead. We're live. We're live. I'm setting a 5-minute timer on my phone here. Start. Starting. All right. Oh, clock's ticking. And I guarantee you, folks, you find folks that I can eat a bag a minute at least. Here we go. Go ahead and ask me any questions you like.
A bag a minute? Really?
All right, man. So what do we want to talk about?
Do you actually like that party mix, or is that just you chose the worst one first to get it out of the way?
The first thing you can't pick and choose. You gotta go. Oh my God.
I don't know. I feel like we should just watch you.
Talk to me. I'm here to talk.
All right. Well, we're back on Liner Notes Radio. I'm Michele McTierney, and this is the love child of Dan Stanhope and Kyle Kincaid, Scott Ambrose. So, Scott, you are a filmmaker, and you've done a lot of commercial work.
I mean, movies.
And you are with a prop master. What does that mean?
It means I take care of the props.
But you also love buying props. Am I right?
I'm looking starting a prop business where you can rent props from me.
Watch yourself.
I specialize in medical props and all kinds of things. I have a phone booth for rent.
I was going to mention that, a phone booth. So have you actually gotten to use that, or is it just like sitting there waiting for somebody to say, I need a phone booth?
It's just kind of sitting there.
I could use it from my video for Polaroid, definitely.
You
could work that in.
Especially if you had money. Oh my God. All right. Yeah, but
you know what? You looked so, like svelte, and you've been working out and stuff, and I think you're just ready to, going downhill now.
These people came here for a show. They're gonna get it.
Well, let's try to make sure you don't kill yourself in front of the children over there, and don't curse.
This isn't a place for children. I see a whole bunch of questions here. You can ask me anything.
I'm in awe and, I don't know, rapture perhaps, with your.
Oh my God. So Michele, you're a singer. In what venues do you perform?
Okay, this may actually be the most watched show ever. Do you know how many people were watching the last segment?
Well,
I'm wondering how many people are going to watch you
2 bags.
binge eat
Oh, yeah, have much
all
time.
of the chips.
No,
like
I can't do that.
all of them.
Cheetos. I can put down some Cheetos.
Oh, crap. I was hoping not to have the Cheetos in there.
Do you want Cheetos?
I would like a
Here.
Cheeto. No, I
You
don't.
have the whole bag. I got to finish the whole bag. It's not fair. I'll do Doritos. Doritos is fine. So, your band.
See, Oprah
Michele
always thought,
McTierney.
you need
What's
to like
the name of your
mirror your guest. So I'm mirroring my guest. All right. So, You have a lot of props at home.
I do.
I sometimes worry, though.
Why?
Because your props get out of control.
Yeah.
It's almost like doo-doo, doo-doo. Hoarders.
It's not bad. See, here's the difference between hoarding and being a pack rat. You have aisles.
He does. He organizes his stuff.
My props are also my home decor. And I've chosen my home decor to suit my prop mastering lifestyle.
Well, his house is like a pop art installation meets a performance art stage.
I like to have a pretty dog. Oh my God. I'm going to throw up after this.
Well, let's call that one the time.
No. How much time we got left? Oh my God, we're down fast. 5 seconds.
5 seconds. Oh my God.
3 bags.
3 bags.
3 bags. 5 minutes.
And you opened one for me, so bonus points.
I feel like I let you down. I understand. But you take this challenge at home. It's called the Snack Pack Challenge. It goes to helping, hoarders. It goes to helping hoarders. Holy shit. Oh, good.
And what's funny is, guys, I knew this is exactly what would happen.
Oh.
Not the food eating challenge, but that which is Scott. We may have to take another break just for you to clean your mouth off.
I need a shower.
All right, so back to filmmaker.
Oh. Okay,
what have you done?
I don't know. Nothing, really. Nothing great. All right, again, I don't know why I'm on this show. Nothing amazing. A long time ago, I did a thing about Native Americans. That can be found in your local elementary school library.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Was the telephone booth in that?
The telephone booth was not in that. I was just getting started. Man.
Aw.
I met an art director who's named Ken. Ken, aren't you proud of me? She actually moved in next to me. And from doing live event work with Fandango and being kind of a pack rat and a person who was interested in repurposing things, found a bunch of gigantic novelty candy bars in Fandango's dumpster, like the size of a couch. So I put them in my pickup truck because I was going to go for a night of drinking with the hilarity of having a whole truckload of Willy Wonka-sized candy bars in the back of my pickup truck. And my new neighbor noticed this, and she's like, "What do you do for a living, young man?" She talked to it like that. And I said, "Well, I do custom live event work." She's like, "Have you ever thought about getting into film?" I was like, "Absolutely." And she's like, "Me and you tomorrow." And she got me my first real film job, and then my second, and third, and fourth, and fifth, and sixth, and seventh. But she brought me onto a Discovery Channel feature about Native Americans, which was a very epic shoot and a very memorable time in my life. Lots of fun. We traveled. It was all on location work, so we traveled to actual Native American historical sites and shot where the Native Americans would have, the Iroquois Indians to be exact, where the Iroquois Indians would have inhabited and lived.
Such as what state?
Mostly New York and parts of Canada.
So you've been to a foreign country?
Yep, Canada.
Any other foreign countries?
Canada.
Have you ever been banned from Canada?
I've heard you've been to a foreign country.
Let's not go there.
Let's go there.
No, let's not
go
go
there.
Oh, good Lord.
Let's go there.
So, did you see Niagara Falls in Canada?
No, we went up through the Adirondacks. So we were a little shy of that.
Chessie?
The Loch Ness Monster?
In Canada, which is called... No, not Chessie. What am I thinking? Oh, Champy.
No.
From Lake Champlain.
No, we didn't go. We went to a town just south of Montreal called something Forge. I can't remember the name of it. But in that town, south of that town, just on the outskirts, was a replica Iroquois village made out of like hand-cut timber and all this stuff.
Now, is this miniature or full size?
No, full, like living size. Like, yeah. Full size. Pretty impressive. Pretty amazing fun times.
So what did you do on these shoots?
Drank.
I meant film-wise.
I was a prop master. So I worked with the prop stylist, who was a man who was an anthropologist who had a PhD in...
and for those of you who speak English, it's anthropologist.
What did I say? I said anthropologist.
I don't know. You said something else.
I said anthropologist.
Well, I was interpreting. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I want to kick this over.
I'm not supposed to argue with the guests. That's rule number one. Go ahead.
No, I don't want to talk about this anymore.
I've ruined the flow.
These Dracula end tables are pissing me off.
Why?
Because the lights keep bouncing in my face.
Well, just imagine that repels Stranger Things.
Anybody listening, I'm having a Stranger Things party on October 27th. You're all welcome to come as long as you bring a $5 donation. If I don't know you, I might as well profit if my house is going to get swarmed.
Why not?
Why not, man? Why not? Why not?
But you did have one requirement.
That you have seen season 1, for God's sakes. There's so many people coming that are like, I've never seen this before. But then why the fuck would you come?
I did my homework. I binge watched the last 2 days. I stayed up till 6 a.m. yesterday, finishing it off.
It's not a hard thing to do. It's a good show.
I wasn't like I watched it for you because I wanted to come to the party because you have really fun parties, and I'm hoping there's fireworks again. That'll be really awesome. Maybe a fez riding around on a tricycle.
Maybe a snack pack eating challenge.
Or a piñata. But at first, because I'm not really big into these, like, oh, little kids, da-da-da-da. Not that I don't like kids. I love kids. But, the shows, I don't really, like, have an affinity for watching little kids.
Michelle hates kids.
So I didn't really get into it until I saw the sheriff and I saw Winona Ryder, the mom. And then I was like, okay, this could be cool. And I love monster flicks. I love like suspense, thriller, mystery kind of stuff.
What defines you as a Stranger Things fan is how you feel about Barb. How do you feel about Barb? Have you gotten to Barb yet?
I've watched the whole show. I told you I binge watched it.
So how do you feel about Barb?
I think Barb took that snake like a champ. And that's all I have to say about that.
Barb was short-lived, but long-missed.
Blood in the water.
She was probably one of the better characters. Anyway, well, it's a costume party. I'm going to be 11. And I don't know what anybody else is going to be because I think this might be the first time I've told anybody it's a costume party, so I might be the only one in costume, which will be awkward.
What are you going to do? Just wear
I'm just gonna look
a dress
like me.
and then put on 11 on your arm?
I got a hospital gown, and I got the things, the stick-on things. The Which combs?
Well, you were Walter White on one Halloween, were you not? Long time ago.
with Daniel Reed. Daniel Reed, are you watching? Don't be.
All right, so to get back on track,
I wouldn't. I mean, what? Really? So what? All right, prop master. Yeah, I got a lot of props. I got a good eye for props. I kind of know. I kind of keep an eye out for what. I kind of keep an eye out for trends in the industry that prop-wise are hard to come by, and that's why recently I've obtained a phone booth, and I'm trying to move my specialty towards medical props, because in this area medical props are really hard to come by, and overall a phone booth, an antiquated actual 1970s phone booth, is really hard to find.
What are some of your prized possessions?
What are some of my prized possessions?
Aside from that awesome clown painting.
That is actually, that's up there. That's up there. People don't understand what you're talking about. So it's a framed 3D wall clock of Bozo the Clown, and it's not like a trick of the eye. Like the plastic is molded in his image and literally has dimension to it. Maybe I'll post a picture of it later. That is a very wonderful thing.
And if people would like to follow you and your amazing show, where can they find you on Facebook?
It's Scott Ambrose. What the fuck are you talking about? Where do you find me on Facebook? I'm Scott Ambrose everywhere. I don't play these fucking games. I'm Scott Ambrose on Facebook, obviously. I'm Scott Ambrose on Instagram. Scott Ambrose, one word. The only thing that might be a little obtuse is my email, which is scottofalltrades@hotmail.com. Do you see the running theme here? I use my
You sure it's Hotmail?
name.
Is it Gmail or Hotmail?
It's Hotmail.
Really? You still use Hotmail?
I get a lot of shit for Hotmail. What is the deal? Why? Who are? No.
See,
why?
sometimes I just like to poke the bear.
The bear will burn this hotel to the ground.
I see you're wearing a Fandango T-shirt.
I am
You're
wearing
I'm not a T-shirt.
a classic vintage Fandango special events button-down T-shirt.
Available for
What?
the bargain price of?
Oh, like $1,000.
Post that on eBay.
Yeah, man. I've actually.
Now that Scott has worn it online,
If
it's worth a
there
lot
is
more.
some lone gunman out there that is looking for Fandango apparel, because you would be the only one, I am selling all my Fandango gear, which I still have. I'm not a hoarder. For a negotiable price.
Very good. And I think that we have like 3 more minutes.
I think we should just sit here in silence.
I knew he couldn't make it.
Facebook Live Inception.
I knew he couldn't make it. I knew it. So that's very annoying. Scott, thank you.
I'm sorry. Can I just
So
I can watch myself 3 seconds before and decide if what I just said was a problem or not. I like this. I'm going to do this the rest of the time.
Social experiment.
Yeah, I guess so. It's the closest thing we have to time travel, isn't it?
It's kind of like Galaxy Quest, where he's like 13 seconds. Enough time to alleviate.
That is the very first Galaxy Quest reference ever made. Ever made. I don't think I've ever heard a person in my life reference that movie.
It's an awesome movie, Alan Rickman.
I doubt that.
Have you ever seen it?
It's got Tim Allen.
Yes, but that still is ridiculous. It doesn't make it a bad movie.
Who's the woman? Who's the female lead?
Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney
with
Weaver's
boobies.
in it. She's got a pretty nice rack in that.
She does.
Yep. Still though.
Tony Shalhoub. He makes the movie. And he makes out with a squid person.
He's like a doctor alien thing.
Engineer.
I've seen like 8.
He's like, let me get some WD-40 for that.
Movie.
It's a little sticky.
Yeah.
I'll fix that right up.
Yeah.
Alan Rickman. He plays an alien. Has a headdress and everything.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But then they actually go to space. No, wait, what the fuck happens? Are we talking about Galaxy Quest?
Yeah.
Wow, this is podcast gold. Holy shit, we have gone down the rabbit hole. What the fuck, are you kidding me? A show about entertainment just delved into fucking Galaxy Quest without even trying, really.
Honestly, this is a performance art piece, and I'm just glad we're recording
on
it.
My head. It's right there. It moves around. I should have powder. You should have powder up here for your guest. I guess I could use the Doritos dust.
And with that, we're going to take another break.
Oh,
Thank you so much, Facebook, for tuning in. We will be right back. I'm hoping to God there is not another food challenge. We're going to go and powder his head, and we'll be right back. Thank you so much. I'm Michele McTierney. This is Scott Ambrose on Liner Notes Radio.
Thank you. Is that a record for you? Or this?
No.
No?
We've got 165.
That's nice. That's pretty good. This video has ended.
Jason's watching. Your bromance.
Aaron keeps yelling at me to be a good interviewer.
You mean a good guest?
A good guest.
There's nothing wrong with that.
She's the most pro person I know. I feel like I should listen
Did
to
she
her.
give you any pointers?
No.
Just be a good one.
No.
You should ask her. Like,
There's a fucking national spot for Toyota tomorrow. Jesus Christ. You don't put that one commercial like that you did for you? Pays your bills, man. This is residual money.
I have a friend who's done Toyota and Kia and Best Buy and a bunch of other stuff.
I'm not fussing her.
What else?
With Jill. Sort of. Mostly. We can talk. We can talk about that.
What?
We can talk about that. Eating that much junk food and how I can do it because it's all part of the freaking job. Because sometimes that's the only food you get.
Oh, well, hey, let's go there. And how everybody in this industry dies early.
Yep.
Somebody tells me this is
we
not
gotta
the
start
first
with
time that they had
basically.
Cheetos on this thing.
It's just basically. You got to say something like, "How are you feeling? How did you possibly eat chips that fast?" And I'll be like, "Well, look, it's like this. We live on craft services, and you become immune to processed foods to some degree."
And you have trash behind you. You give me that wrapper, that'd be saver. And that one chip. That lone chip. Thank you. It's very kind of you. use one of these again. Get so distracted. Ooh, he's coming in all stealthy.
Jeez. I did all that.
I knock over a mic stand. Where's your microphone? All right. So we're back. I'm Michele McTierney. And this is Scott Ambrose, who likes to make an entrance.
Hello. I can't believe we're still doing this. All right. What are we doing now? What are we talking about?
All right, Scott. Since you are a visual artist and also, in my opinion, a performance artist and a comedian, I'd like to ask you a couple questions. So, on a first date, this is where they have an actual question. Phase 3, when things are starting to get comfortable. So this is after the first drink. This is after you first like shake hands and are like, "Hey, awkward, how are you doing?"
What? Wait, what?
These are questions that a website says that you should ask when things start getting comfortable. If you and your date are really starting to hit it off, it's time to start slipping in some slightly more personal questions while making sure neither of you feel compelled to reveal too much. Some of these questions may seem silly at first, but they are very telling. They'll also further loosen the two of you up and can lead to some funny and entertaining conversation.
Why are we doing this? You might actually have to start over because it took me all my concentration to find that clip.
Because it's only 8:30 and we need to like fill some time.
Is it 8:30? Oh, Jesus God, I gotta go to work tomorrow.
I know. All right, so are you a cat person or a dog person?
Dog cat. Cat dog.
A hybrid?
Hybrid cat dogs.
Okay.
I like both. I like cats a little more, I gotta say.
Because they shit in a box?
I'm gonna get really real here. I like cats slightly more than dogs.
Why?
I don't know. Who cares? Why? Because I grew
Why
up with
indeed?
cats. Because I grew up with cats. Because I didn't grow up in a household with dogs or where animals were actually allowed. But cats were sometimes tolerated.
But Trump is fine?
Trump is fine in certain... Well, Trump is fine on one side of my family, yes. Yep.
All right, if you could only eat one thing for the rest of your life... God, these are terrible questions. If you could only eat one thing for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Snack packs, obviously. Until I died of explosive diabetes.
I don't know. I think it would be hypertension because of all the salt.
Explosive nuclear diabetes.
All right. I defer to your assessment and diagnosis of that. Do you have any nicknames?
We never answered the first question. What's the third quarter thing about dating?
No. That was just a starter. Like this is the concept of why these questions are being asked.
Oh, okay.
Do you have any nicknames?
I have a few. At Fandango Productions, I was known as the Chainsaw. Lately, as a longshoreman.
Dare I ask why?
Because I would tear shit down when I got tired of it being there.
And you did do a really great job of my pantry. Thank you.
Yeah, I chainsawed your pantry.
Yes. Because I got infested by rats, and then I needed to tear that down, and you just made short work of that. Thank you.
That was my specialty back in the day, making short work of things. Sometimes not for the better, but in the interest of time, absolutely.
So you're like, what is the what is the goddess of destruction, or the god of destruction? Krishna? No. Shiva? I don't know.
Shiva? I don't know.
Whatever. Comment it. We'll get back to you. All right. So, any other nicknames?
Most importantly, be offended.
I know it's not the elephant one.
I don't know what that means. What? Republicans?
No. Whatever. All right. So, any other nicknames you might have?
Lately, I have been known as 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock Scott.
Why is that?
What everybody might not know as of now, as of this interview, is that I am also a longshoreman. And I am known for leaving the job at 12 noon.
Leaving the job?
Yeah.
Now, for those of you who don't know what longshoreman is, Scott, educate us.
I'm a longshoreman.
Because some people might think that has to do with fishing, but it's not.
It's not. I don't fish. I don't sail. I just put stuff on and off of a boat. A boat as big as this hotel.
Such as? Predominantly?
Containers and roll-on, roll-off equipment.
Such as cars?
Cars, farm tractors, mining equipment, military vehicles.
Some of the prettiest pictures he's ever taken are from...
Go to my Instagram.
He does. You're an amazing photographer.
I am an Instagram
That's wasted
user.
On Instagram.
And it is. Right, because Instagram's a toy. Mm-hmm. Instagram's a toy. But it's all I do. And real photography is a pain in the ass, and it's expensive. So I don't give a shit.
It's not expensive anymore. It's digital.
It's expensive.
You can take as many as you want.
If you want a decent camera, it's expensive, and I don't want to spend the money because it's obsolete within the first 2 years of owning it. So what's the point?
If you won the lottery tomorrow, what's the first thing you'd buy?
Happiness. I don't know.
Aww.
Or
I feel like a hug is coming on, but I'm not going to do that to you.
I'd buy hugs. I'd buy a hug machine. I'd buy a hug machine.
Oh, God, I would buy a hug machine, too.
I would buy, I don't know. If I won the lottery, no, I'm that guy who's just going to buy everything for everybody else, I think. It's not adorable. I just want everybody to get the fuck away from me.
All right, if you could be any person for a day, who would it be?
Me when I was 18.
What was it about you at 18?
Me when I was about 17. 17. I'm going to go 17.
Why?
Because that was the best.
Why?
Because I had all my hair.
Is that the only reason?
Almost exactly, yes.
Uh-oh, this one's a loaded one. What's your biggest pet peeve? This is a long list, I'm sure.
Peeing pets.
Shut up. Was that a total hit on me?
What? Oh, because of all your disgusting animals? No.
I only have two now.
Well,
because one
passed away.
Yeah.
Kudos. I don't know what else to say about that. That was a horror show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm sorry that I don't like it when a loved pet passes away, but what you had going on there was rough. You cared for invalided small dogs.
I did.
And it wasn't working.
I made a commitment. I was willing to
stick. It wasn't working for you.
Stick to it.
I forgot what the question was. What's my biggest pet peeve? Oh, I don't know.
As opposed to pet pee.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So much stuff upsets me. So I can't.
Exactly.
There's no big one.
I feel like this is lust and love. Okay. Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Really?
Yeah. Earl Grey. Tea, Earl Grey, hot.
Badass. What do you put in it? Sugar, milk, honey?
Black, hot, Earl Grey.
Well, once you go black, you don't go back.
Weird.
What else would you consider... Where else would you consider living?
I don't know. Denver was nice. I don't have any. That's like one of the few cities I've been to that had no complaints. The Adirondacks are really nice. That was a good time there. Just talking about LA today, that was a fucking shithole. So, yeah, I don't know. Let's say Denver.
Are you a morning person or a night person?
Night.
YOC. What's on your bucket list?
Galvanized and plastic.
What?
Buckets.
Oh my God. Literally.
I want those. I mean, I have a nice steel bucket, but it's starting to rust. And plastic ones, you know, a nice one lasts for a long time.
What would you use your bucket for? It's an all-purpose bucket, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, you know, liquids, solids, that sort of thing.
Firework debris.
No, not in a plastic bucket. Maybe a steel bucket. Nice stainless steel bucket. Oh, a stainless steel bucket? Holy shit. What a game changer that would be for me. But they're expensive.
They can be. They can be. Oh, this one is a loaded question because I kind of know the answer to it, but I want to hear your response. Do you ever cook?
I have cooked things before. It has not turned out well. We all know this.
You once said you didn't need a stove and you wanted to replace it with what? Another fridge?
I once lived without a stove for about 6 years.
6 years? What did you use? A microwave? Toaster oven?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Microwave. Toaster oven's a little outside of my comfort zone, but yeah.
I could live with a toaster oven.
Yeah. About 5 years. Yeah, five years into my last apartment, I realized the stove was just taking up space. So.
Well, but that's because you can start a bonfire anytime you want and roast a goat or a cow or something on there.
Not why I start fires, but it is also accurate, I guess.
Begs the question, why do you start fires?
Because I enjoy them.
What do you burn in the fires, Scott?
Wood, dude. Just regular stuff. Regular fire stuff.
Such as
fireworks. You know.
Chairs that people were once sitting on.
Yeah, okay. I know where you're going with this. So, I salvage old wooden furniture and use it as firewood sometimes. Especially stuff that's in the alley rotting away. Because why should it just sit in a landfill? Why couldn't it be
entertainment?
At least an hour's worth of enjoyment.
All right, next question. Do you like your job?
No. I don't like either one.
What do you want to do next?
I don't want to work. That's the key point here. I'm not a worker. I have a work ethic, but I'm not a worker. Like in my soul. I should be retired by now. I feel like I should be very retired. I feel like a retired person already.
Oh, God. All right. What is your social life like?
Haphazard at best.
Do you have a big group of friends?
Yeah. It's a sliding scale.
Good answer. All right. Well, we've already answered, do you consider yourself career driven? Nope. What are you most passionate about? Offending as many people as possible in a shortest amount of time.
Power naps?
Power naps. How do you go about doing that? I've never been able to do that.
A power nap?
It's either I'm asleep or I'm not.
See, you work 9 to 5 your whole life. That's the problem. If you worked shift work or gig work or anything like that, power naps are... you perform. You got to learn how to get a power nap in.
How do you go about it? For those out there who are always interested in how to go about doing a power nap.
It was easier when I was a smoker. It was easier when I was a smoker.
Mm-hmm.
Because the precise formula for a perfect power nap was cigarette, light masturbation, nap time. I'm just saying. That's how it works, man.
When's your birthday?
I'm not telling you my birthday. I'm not going to tell you personal things about myself like that.
Oh, okay. This one's phase 4. Sign me up for a second date. Time to seal the deal.
I don't understand these phases. This is
I know this is horrible.
This is what I missed in the beginning.
The last few minutes of a date are crucial to make sure a second date happens. What? Exactly. If you think things went well, don't be afraid to let him or her know. The final questions should easily transition out of the date while subtly implying you want to be down to meet up again. Can I split the check with you?
What? Is that a question?
It's a question. It's question 31. If somebody actually had this up on their phone or asking me,
I don't understand. All right,
what
man,
the heck
listen,
are you doing?
You didn't set this up right. So we're on some. This is about a theoretical date that we're on, right? Okay. Those first 800 questions you just gave me were about what? They were phase 2? That was phase 3?
That was phase 3.
That was phase 3.
After you've had alcohol and, like, shook hands. So this is like closing out the date.
All right. So now that person is asking me if they can split the bill with me.
Mm-hmm.
I say, no, I got this unless you feel like you want to pay. Unless you feel like you want to contribute or you feel like you should. Something along those lines.
Aw.
Because nowadays, you can't assume that you can't assume your role. That's what I noticed.
Is chivalry dead?
No. It's just highly marginalized. Do
you have a busy week coming up?
Who says this? Nobody says that at the end of the date. Is this? See, now I'm.
It's like, do you kiss or do you not? That's pretty much. Do you have fun plans for the rest of the weekend?
Yes, I'm going to skydive every day onto a snowboard, which I take to work. What the fuck do you think?
How are you getting home?
Snowboard, you idiot! Are you listening to me? Are you fucking listening to me?
That's why I asked the question.
Everybody told me that you were slow. I didn't listen.
Oh my God, they have questions to keep the date going. Let's not.
Calculate the square root of pi to its lowest common denominator. I'll wait.
There's a cool place I know around here. You want to grab a drink? Weren't you just grabbing a drink?
Yeah, you're already drinking. You've already quizzed me like fucking Oprah.
I know. I don't understand
and
this
whole
whole
thing. And
thing.
then what happens? Do you go get another drink and then you have the same conversation again? Who's going to pick up this tab? We got a fun week planned?
See, this is insane. This is how dating has been reduced to a series of weird online questions.
My cord is all over the place. It's driving me nuts. Go ahead, go on, keep going.
All right, so see, the thing is, I love asking him questions because it's awesome. Do you want to talk about anything in particular? You want to change the subject?
Is that a question?
Yeah.
Is that a question on the thing?
No.
No, I want to stick to this bullshit.
All right. The 10 questions everybody asks a stand-up comedian.
Wait a minute. Are you asking me that?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because
I've never stood up or comedianed in my life.
Oh, but you are. Do you write your own routines?
No.
No, you just come up with... How do you get your material?
Through snack packs.
Is it the chemicals or is it the flavor that inspires you?
there's a secret message inside each one, and if you eat fast enough, you can read it before it fades away. And they're generally just knock-knock jokes.
Oh, so it's like a fortune cookie, but it...
Yeah. There's a little ghost in every snack pack that'll tell you a decent joke for the situation that you're in if you eat it fast enough.
So what did your 3 and 5 minutes...
Gamers are generally funny people.
So what did the 3 that you ate in rapid succession tell you?
Well, you threw them all away. We had the wrappers. I mean...
There was a barbecue... There was a mixed...
No, there was a mixed...
Barbecue chips, and there was a mixed Utz.
There's a mixed Utz. That was rough.
Well, you also had a granola bar, and then you had... Was it Teddy Grahams?
No, I didn't eat Teddy Grahams. What the fuck you think I am? No, I had Doritos. And
the Doritos, yes. You had a Doritos,
I think there was barbecue chips in there somewhere.
Yeah, I told you barbecue, yeah.
No.
So what did those tell you?
They told me stick with, irony. Ironic shit. Like the whole bucket thing. That was directly from the snack packs.
Good advice. What happens if people don't laugh?
Then they're faggots. I don't know what to fucking say about that.
God. Nice. And you mean that in the best possible way?
Yeah, sure.
How do you deal with hecklers? This actually could be life skills training.
Conceal carry. That's how I feel it.
Aren't hecklers helpful to your show?
I don't know, man. I'm not a comedian. I've never had a show. So these questions are impossible.
This is the Scott Show.
Applicable is the answer to that.
Well, are hecklers helpful to your life?
I can only think of Jason. And then after that, I can only think no.
Oh my gosh, maybe is that Jason right now? Jason's like...
Jason, I know you're watching.
He does. I've seen you. You're watching this show. Lovely. Do you hate Dane Cook?
Yes, but not for the reasons that... No, I think for the reasons everybody hates Dane Cook. Dane Cook sucks.
Why?
He's terrible. He's just... Here's the problem with Dane Cook. And I think I'm going to nail this right on the head. Dane Cook is girl funny. And that's what makes him terrible. Dane Cook thinks that irony equals comedy when it doesn't always do that.
What does equal funny?
Surprise.
What is girl funny versus boy funny versus just funny?
Girl funny is thinking that irony is always funny. If something's ironic, doesn't always make it funny.
But your snack pack said go with irony.
No, that's not ironic. That's outlandish or shocking. That's slapstick at best.
No, I'm talking about the message, not the actual eating of the snack packs. You had said that the snack packs, especially the barbecue, told you go with irony with the stainless steel bucket.
Well, I got a girly pack of fucking snack packs, didn't I? I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
I feel like sometimes I shouldn't laugh just to be ironic.
Well, that's very deep. I don't know where to go with that.
Say something funny.
Fuck Figanugan. Is that funny? Shit tits.
Oh, God. Hold on, let me read this. Okay. Asking me to tell you a joke when we met is like finding out someone is a doctor and then showing them a rash and asking, does this look okay to you? And if you're the kind of person who it does that, stop it.
No, I don't agree with that statement, because I feel like the person who can tell a joke that's funny on command has a really, really special talent.
Can you do that?
Not always. That's a hit or miss thing. There are people out there who can do it time after time. Hit the bullseye every time.
But you work a lot of different comedy angles, though. I mean,
I'm not a comedian. I don't know why we're having this conversation. I don't mean to scream in this beautiful hotel with its bike parts in the ceiling.
Oh, that's right, it does.
Yeah, it does.
I feel like a jerk now, not
Why?
having noticed that whole installation
Really?
until now.
Been coming here for a long time.
I always notice the cow eye. I'm sorry, with the slaughterhouse cow eye.
That is fucking disgusting.
And the art by Jason Holzschneider over there. Jason, don't ever say I didn't do anything for you.
Hey, Jason, your art's still hanging up in the room that nobody knows about. Congratulations, buddy. You've really made it. You've really made it.
Have I seen you in something? No, seriously, that's what it's... You were in some of your own films.
I've been in some of my own clothes. I don't know what that means.
And you're not a comedian.
I'm not a comedian.
How do you make a living at this?
You guys want to be a part of this? You guys, come on over.
Oh, you guys will sing for us?
I'll talk to you.
We're doing a radio show.
I just want to know your name and what you're doing here in Baltimore.
Oh, Kush.
Come on up.
Kush. How you doing?
What's your name?
Oh, we were told that you guys are going to give us a performance here.
We're not singing. We're just having an interview. But what's your name?
Oh, Kush.
Kush?
Kush, yeah.
That's an awesome name.
Right?
Kush, what are you doing here in Baltimore?
Oh, visiting. We're going to White House tomorrow, so.
Are you going to the White House?
Yeah.
You're about 30 minutes north of the White House.
Yeah.
You didn't want to stay in D.C.? Expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Why did you choose Hotel RL?
Just random.
Random.
So, what radio is this?
We are Liner Notes Radio, so we talk about music and art and the industry.
So, is this recorded or live?
Oh, it's live and it's recorded.
It's live on
Both.
Facebook and
Double
it's
travel.
recorded. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Enjoy your time at the White House.
Sure. Thank you.
What's your name?
My name is Sandra.
Sandra?
Sandra.
Nice. I like your shirt.
I do like your shirt.
Yeah. Where are you from?
Nepal.
Nepal? That's awesome.
Very big mountain, my country.
So what do you think of Baltimore? Very nice.
No.
Yeah?
it's
What do you guys
not.
so you're going to
It's
be
terrible.
at the White House
My son.
as well? With your son?
Yes.
Aw. So nice. Thank you. You have a great night.
Enjoy, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. And they negotiated the wires, the power cords. I'm so impressed.
No, I mean, yeah.
All right,
They're
so
an industrious people. I don't know where they're from. From Nepal? I was right there, part of the conversation.
Dalai Lama.
That's racist.
So with that, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back on Liner Notes Radio.
Oh my God! Really? Do we have to do this again?
Yeah.
This can't be the end of it.
No.
It's got to be 4 parts. Is it 4 parts or 5?
It's 4 to 5, depending on how
It's
much you
4
have to
parts,
say.
Michelle.
All right, for you, it's 4 parts.
Oh my God! Don't pay. Just go to bed. Everybody, go to bed. Good night, everybody.
All right, we'll be back in a little bit with Liner Notes Radio. Scott Ambrose, Michele McTierney. Thank you so much. We'll be back. Bye.
I will hold this plant.
What's funny is I checked, and that's not loose rock. It's actually.
It's all glued.
Oh yeah, it's all.
Yeah, I know.
glued.
The joke here is that orchids grow in shit. So it's growing out of my lap. Which is shit. Come on, man.
All right. Oh, so we were going to do the Bumble thing. Okay.
You do a bubble thing.
All right, why not?
I'll do it.
Okay. Let me refill my coffee.
Jen. Jen. How far is your search radius?
What do you mean? Oh, it's like 35 miles. All right, ready?
I gotta turn my search radius up. Hold on.
I would swipe right on everybody in D.C., Virginia.
No, everybody
New York
within
area.
no, actually, I only go about 25 miles. Okay.
My microphone's behind me. Hi, Facebook, and hi, Hotel RL. Tonight we have Liner Notes Radio. I'm Michele McTierney, and this is Scott Ambrose.
I'm Scott Ambrose.
Professional performance artist, comedian, ventriloquist, longshoreman, filmmaker, visual artist, and stage manager. He is truly a Scott of all trades.
But hey, look at these fine people. Hello, welcome to the hotel. Would you like to be on the show?
Wise decision.
I love your hair.
Your hair does rock. Love it. All right then, Scott.
So during the break, this orchid grew here because they have a habit.
No, Scott. Let's not. Let's not go there, please.
They have a habit of growing in dank and dark places.
All right, fair enough. You want to put the orchid away, and we will go to our next bit.
I don't know. I kind of like where it is, but I can move it.
Thank you.
All right, fine. Orchid bit didn't work. I understand. Guess what? I'm not a comedian.
All right, so we were going to talk about, since we were talking about questions about online dating and dating in general, and just seeing where, flinging whatever on a wall and see what sticks with you. Bumble.
I love Bumble. Bumble's great.
So you are somewhat single, kinda. Under debate.
I am seeing somebody.
Oh.
Who is a fantastic person.
Hi, fantastic person out there.
And I still use Bumble. if not for just the comedic value.
Word. So with Bumble, and you actually turned me on to this because I was not going to go on to online dating. If you guys know my album, A Work in Progress, you know that I have a song called Drain, and it's about a series of failed first dates. So after 2015, where I had quite the experience on Tinder, Plenty of Flesh, Okay Stupid, I was definitely not going to go back. And then I heard about your amazing Bumble technique.
Pause. You don't like OK Cupid?
Well, you convinced me to go back on it. So I have met a couple of people on there. Went on a date actually this afternoon for coffee.
Really? How did that go?
Pretty well. Though he was going on a trip. So it's always a bad idea when you are going to go and meet somebody and then they're going on a trip because they're all obsessed about the trip. Like it's anxiety about driving to somewhere or getting on a plane or... And I told him, I said, like, I think it's going to be anxiety about that trip. And he's like, no, I so want to meet you first. And blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. It was good. I mean, he was a nice guy, totally nice guy. Hope I'll see him again, but we'll see.
But you did see him.
Yeah.
And then what? Like, he just was nervous about his trip?
Mm-hmm.
Has he never been a place before?
Maybe you don't go to enough places, but...
Maybe I go to plenty of places, and freaking out about leaving my proximity is no longer like this psychological block. Maybe? I don't know. What does he look like?
He was cute.
You got him all dialed up, I think.
No. This is a totally new guy.
I want to see his face.
No.
Faces are important. We can't do this unless I see faces.
No, because he's a friend on Facebook now.
All right. Oh, wow. You go... How many... Okay. Here's another question. The fucking... sorry, I don't mean to cuss so much.
Well, one, I'm a Facebooking whore, but two, if somebody's involved in the industry that I am...
When a guy asks you to be friends on Facebook, is that a question or just a go-ahead? Do you just friend them on Facebook?
No.
No, you don't.
No.
Friend them on Facebook.
I'm trying to be more discriminate.
Apparently, friending somebody on Facebook is a very big thing, and I don't understand it, but...
Well, then they know,
it seems like the most logical first step.
Really?
Most people would rather meet me in person rather than friend me.
Oh, I get that impression, too.
Most women would rather meet me in person than friend me on Facebook, which seems completely backwards to me.
How's that?
Because it's digital rather than actual? Like...
But what if if you meet in person, then you can just kind of like leave it behind. But if you friend them on Facebook, it's
not permanent.
More serious.
It's not permanent. It's utterly unpermanent. It's the ideal unpermanence. I don't understand. Like, why is Facebook so more severe than actually meeting in person?
Well, see, but I think it's a little different for me because I live a public persona. So a lot of my Facebook is...
I don't think that matters whatsoever.
For public.
I do not live a public persona after this.
But you're a dude.
Okay, yeah.
I think if somebody looked at my Facebook, then they would sometimes know exactly where I am at a certain time of the day or certain...
I think at some point after eating all them chips, I bit my tongue or my lip. I just want to say that.
All right, so you had a theory about...
Who's that guy? Who are you? Hey.
Bumble.
You work here?
Don't be good.
Are you staying at the hotel? Yes. What's your name?
Jay Crazy?
Your name's Jay Crazy? Your
name DJ Crazy?
DJ
what?
Crazy? Come up here.
That is awesome.
Fucking DJ Crazy's in the house.
We're doing a radio show. You don't have to come up if you don't want to.
You can totally come up. Listen to
So
me.
you're a DJ?
What do you DJ? Where and what?
I mix everything from techno to house to
Techno of the house.
That's awesome.
Nice.
so I just ran down 3 flights of stairs.
You ran them down. Why?
I don't like elevators.
You don't like? I don't like them.
Why?
I don't like elevators. They're death traps. They're death traps.
Personal issues. I love that.
Elevators are scary, man.
So Aerosmith, you don't like Aerosmith's Love in an Elevator?
He could love it in a stairwell. Who couldn't?
No, I wish I was more mature, but every time I hear Going Down, I just...
I've more
I
loved.
laugh
I have
every
more
single
loved it in
time.
a stairwell than I have in any elevator.
Really?
Yeah, they stay put and people don't use them. It's idiotic to try to do it here, right
Baltimore.
here. We live under this stage. We don't live under the hotel. Every 30 years, we're allowed to take human form, but otherwise we live as a demonic spore that lives under a hotel. Yep.
You know, that's the best laugh I've had.
Hey, man, that's why we're here. That's why we're here. That's why we're here. Yep. DJ.
So where are you DJing?
Right now?
Yeah.
I'm not DJing. I'm here because my dad's in the hospital.
Oh,
I'm
that's
so
sad.
sorry.
That took a turn. Is he going to be okay?
We don't know. We're just trying to figure out what's going on right now.
Are you on Bumble?
Am I what?
Are you on
Oh
Bumble?
my God, Scott.
Am I on Bumble?
On Bumble.
What do you mean by that?
Do you use a dating app?
Dating. We're going to talk about a dating site.
This is about dating apps. I can't do anything for your dad, and I feel for him, but I can't do anything for your dad. And that's the facts of life. And I wish him the best. But right now, at this moment in time, we need to know if you're on a dating app.
No.
Okay, that's fine.
Because there's crazy people out
There are crazy people out there.
We're two of
Crazy
them.
people out there.
there. No. I actually met somebody off the internet.
And?
It didn't end well.
Why? How did it explain?
I've known this person for
15
15 years.
years.
And then we were going to pursue a relationship.
Pursue a
And
relationship.
very bad.
And it ended
I'm so
bad.
sorry. to hear
15
that.
years, pursue a relationship. and-
Are there some good stories out of that at least? I mean, like crazy stories? Oh.
That's why I say stay with the data. Go meet people at bars.
Go meet people at bars.
That's the thing. People don't go to bars anymore. People just go to dating apps.
Yeah, but they don't know what they're getting into. I've heard stories about catfish.
People don't know what they're going into going in the bars.
True, but at least you can
See the person?
see them and question them and analyze them and do whatever you want. And they're local. People who go on dating apps tend to not be
I
local.
guess so. I mean, I guess that's the whole thing. Because a lot of people do not want to be Facebook. They want to meet you before they become Facebook friends, right?
No, people randomly add me.
Well,
You have
you're,
to have an outgoing personality.
well, you're a DJ. I don't got that going for me, you know.
Why? You're looking for a girl. Is that what's going on?
I'm looking for a girl.
Go to an Indian party. I guarantee you'll get a girl.
Indian?
What?
Really?
What about me? What if I'm looking for a guy?
You can go to one too.
Oh, I can?
Where is the nearest Indian party?
Depends.
Is it 3 flights up where you were running from it?
Only I wish. No, they're all over the place, but mostly in DC.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
So you were screwed.
I don't go to DC.
Screwed being
I don't
in
like
Baltimore.
DC. I don't-
BC has a bunch of parties, but I mean, what's your age range? I mean, it can't be like.
My age range. My
Oh.
age range?
What am I here trying to set you up with?
What's my age range?
I want to give you my
What is
card
my
and you
age
tell
range?
us when some Indian parties are throwing down.
You made a very big assumption about my age range. What is my age range?
I'm asking what's your age range?
What is it?
His age range or the girls, like the age range of girls?
For you to find a girl, what's the age? What are you looking for? 18 to 25, 18 to 40?
Yes.
I don't think
He's girl. That's
Yes.
pretty much what his age range is.
Female.
Female.
Legal female is preferable.
If you're here by tonight, I guarantee I'll get you one.
Holy moly!
What?
You're my newfound hero. That's fantastic.
I like your dress, by the way.
Does your
Oh,
dad
thank
need anything
you.
from me, like a kidney or anything?
No, we don't know what's going on with him right now. I think we either think he had a stroke or a seizure or possibly Alzheimer's. We don't know.
I got that.
Man, I'm sorry.
You have Alzheimer's?
Yep. I can't remember the last 10 seconds of this conversation.
That's because he's had a lot of gin.
No, I don't drink. I rarely
It's
drink.
all water.
It's mostly water and gin.
You guys do this every day, or what is this
Every
day.
Monday.
Every day. Every day.
This is why I want you as a co-host permanently.
We were wandering in the woods once, and we kicked over the tombstone of this old witch, and now we have to do this podcast every fucking day of our lives. It's a little.
Oh no,
live.
it's live for the
on-
hotel, and they broadcast it over like 6 to 8 different hotels.
Every
And then-
escort in this hotel can hear this podcast right now, plus Facebook.
And then we also do Facebook Live, and then I'm shopping around to different radio stations. So if you're interested in a radio show,
I've been trying to go home since like an hour ago.
I won't
And
let
I don't
him
want
go.
to do this anymore. It's not a job. I'm not getting paid to be here.
So you guys are not getting paid to get it.
No,
She might. I'm not getting nothing.
no, I'm not. I'm not getting paid.
She's not getting a thing. I mean, I'm not getting, I'm not getting a
I
thing.
brought the chips. You know what I mean? Like I'm paying out of pocket to have this guy make wisecracks.
Do you like chips?
You can help yourself, by all means.
Really? What?
I swiped left or right on somebody and I didn't even mean to. Yikes.
Well, we're about to do a
Sorry.
thing about Bumble.
Yeah. But can I give you my card? Yeah, definitely. Let me fix this and give you my card, and you just make idle chatter. You're really good at that.
Okay. Well, then if I gotta do idle chatter, I'm gonna read from the card they give you when you come in, which is called "Through the Doorway," Chapter 1. The most incredible thing are always hiding in the most unassuming places, don't you think?
Wait, are you serious? Because I didn't even look at my phone.
Look at your key card.
Oh my God, they actually.
Yeah, there's a story on the back, and it freaks you out.
No, you know when I took a shower, it freaked me out. The shampoo is made out of hemp.
The shampoo's made out of hemp. Oh my God, they got hemp shampoo here at the RL. She means the truffles she just picked, but I'm miles away. I am transported to the time that I stumbled upon the bar filled with musicians. There were guitars and fiddles and pianos and folks of all ages making incredible music. And these people were strangers to each other. And yet, without any signal, they would all settle into song. Chaos and harmony all at once. It seemed like a miracle, but the biggest miracle of all was how I wound up in this room to begin with. It was raining, and I ducked into a pharmacy to buy an umbrella. He went to a pharmacy to buy an umbrella. This guy does not have his priorities together. That is when I saw him, a tall man with a guitar, walking through a particular door.
Are you serious that all that stuff's on a car?
All
key
this
card?
shit is on the back of the key cards of the RL
Wow.
Hotel.
That is impressive. All right, so back to Bumble. So let's talk about Bumble. So I'm looking at a profile of someone. Oh, good. I didn't swipe left by accident. So I look down at the pictures. I think it's wise if a guy has more than one picture, because then you can kind of see progressively if he's consistent in appearance throughout all the pictures. Because what I found is sometimes people will post one picture of them 10 years younger, and then, or 100 pounds younger or whatever, and it's disingenuous. I don't care about how much you weigh. I care about whether you're being honest with yourself and with me. So, I start to see these pictures and I'm like, oh, okay. He looks pretty consistent from picture to picture. What are you looking for? Absolutely nothing.
I am cruising through the 20-year-olds, and there's nothing to say about them right now.
But your technique is to swipe right.
It is, but I mean, for the purposes of this experiment, here's a 26-year-old who looks like every other waspy chick on this page. Very basic, very smiling, very posing with a beach behind her, very at every wedding known to man. And I'm going to swipe right to that.
Why?
Because who knows? It's like a lottery, you know. You play to win.
See, I'm worried because I see. Well, see, I was raised Catholic, but I'm not practicing, and I see proud Catholic, and I'm like, because he's cute, little on the young side, but cute. Do I swipe left on proud Catholic? Do I swipe right on proud Catholic?
Okay, I gotta change my radius because I'm not going to DC to meet most of these people. So I'm going to go down to 20 miles. I'm going to go down. I'm going down to 1 mile. And that would be approximately everybody in downtown who doesn't, people don't actually live here. So that would be approximately everybody in a hotel right now in downtown Baltimore. 1 mile. One.
But are you using your current location?
Thinking freaking mile. Yeah.
Oh, see, I was using my actual
Here's
home.
Michelle, 34. She's from St. Louis. She lives in Baltimore. Important things to her are Christianity, family, empathy, selflessness, interest, baseball, outdoor activities, health and fitness, red wine, and IPAs. Ooh, IPAs. I don't think we have a connection here, but she is extraordinarily attractive. I right swiped her.
All right.
You go next. You have to take your thing down to 1 mile, by the way. That's the game. That's the game we're going to play. 1 mile.
Ouch.
Yes.
I don't know.
Spitting distance of where we're sitting.
All right, hold on. Settings.
I don't know about you. I used to be a smoker. I can spit an entire mile.
Under 1 mile?
I can spit a mile.
All right.
Jesus.
Thinking. Okay. He has a picture with a cat.
Let me see.
All right, a picture in a suit.
Oh, look at this guy. He's actually
Picture with a cat.
Oh my God, look at his little, yeah.
Mannish beard, not full beard, but mannish beard. He's on a carousel of a tiger, which, okay, you know the whole tiger thing, right?
No.
See, you know, okay. So on Bumble or on dating sites, it's kind of like a joke with guys to pose with a tiger.
I've never heard that.
It is. It's a thing. Maybe it's an
Never
under 30
Never
thing.
Never heard it.
All right, and
you
then
gonna swipe
ooh,
left
suit
or
and
right?
tie.
I saw him. You should swipe him. You know.
Strong karaoke skills.
Swipe him right.
I don't know. Red wine and local breweries, live music, water slides, and roller coasters. Former college wrestler and rugby player.
Oh, come on, man.
I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence. I see a picture with a
on the
kid.
fence. If he's a rugby player, he's obviously going to punch you in the mouth.
But see, I'm wondering. Yeah,
I think you might love that.
All right. Swipe right.
There you go. I got right here. I got she's Diane. She's 33. She is golden. She's like a golden brunette. She's pretty skinny. She is into drinking a lot. She's in the fucking hot air balloons, which I'm not a big fan of. Her profile does not say much. Her location is Baltimore, and her info is actually Baltimore City. She is actually Baltimore City. She is the living embodiment of Baltimore City. She's into some art shit from her pictures. She's kind of waspy. I'm into it. I'm going to go ahead and swipe right.
All right. I have a guy with he has a cat outside in his lap. Backpack on with a t-shirt of mountains. Slightly long hair, and then pets. He's holding up a sign saying pets are family too. Stop abuse. He's into audio engineering. What? I kind of like that. Seems like he's a family guy, audio engineer. And another picture with the cat. With a funny hat on.
Let me see this. Okay, let me see another picture. Okay, yeah. For you, I'd say go for that.
All right. Swipe right. And it's a match.
It's a match. You matched immediately. Look at this. I got Janice, 34.
And then I immediately go hi.
That's all I do. That's all you can. That's all you're supposed to do. Don't say anything more than hi or being weird. I got Janice. She's 34. She went to Johns Hopkins University. Her location's Baltimore. Her info is Johns Hopkins University. Period. Comma lady. Period. Hello. Period. She is not trying. She does not care. Her friend told her to get on Bumble and post all these photos of her sexily holding a surfboard, kind of sexily holding a gigantic film camera.
Uh-oh.
She is...
A swipe right.
She is Asian. I am into it. Here is Carolyn, 37. She's got more to say. Let's hear about this. She's part of the... she works for the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency. I'm a little drunk. She went to the University of Notre Dame in 2002.
Really?
Info. I like most being an ant. I like most being an ant. Also, wait, I lost it. Also, early morning runner. Ooh, I'm not into that. Occasional cook. I don't care. Cook for me. Go the extra miler. I don't know what that means. I mean, I go the extra mile, I guess, but not for people. Not for her. New experience seeker. Benefit of the
Maybe that's whole
doubt
sexual
giver?
stuff.
She's a benefit of the doubt giver.
That could go really, really well for you.
I guess so. Triathlon dabbler, conflicted adventurer. She sounds like a who's that singer?
I'm sorry, were you talking? Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I was listening to you.
Who wrote 50 Ways to Leave a Lover?
Paul Simon.
She sounds like a Paul Simon song.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, right. Because she's a... I lost it.
50 Ways to Cleave Your Liver.
She's a benefit of the doubt giver, a triathlon dabbler, a conflicted adventurer, a drink.
It does. It rhymes in a way.
And drink dark beer, lots of other things.
It's like a dirty limerick.
Yeah, she's basically a walking dirty limerick, and I'm into it.
So I don't understand the whole idea of if you name yourself a venture capitalist. Is that true or is that bullshit? I have a feeling it's bullshit. All right, how about this? Scott, walk me through this one. Lots of off the shirt, like no shirt. Oh, no shirt whatsoever on this profile. It's a torso.
This guy's never worn a shirt. That's cool.
Oh, he said he's a no shirt douche.
He said he's a douche. He called himself a douche.
No shirt douche, chill, educated, well traveled, and then he lists a whole bunch of places. Private equity investor, entrepreneur, surfer, snowboarder. Awesome family, but no kids. Yogi to my dog, and yoga is my friend.
What does yogi
Cool,
to your
fun.
dog mean?
It just says Yogi, my dog. I guess he does yoga, and he called his dog Yogi.
Or does he do yogi with his dog?
I don't know. Yogi is capitalized. Cool, fun people giving back and the environment.
Here's the thing. That guy jerks off the pictures.
Yeah. Swipe left. Now, what I don't understand is why people pose with fish. Guys, I understand if you're trying to attract another dude who's a fisherman and be like, ooh, that's a big freaking fish. But trying to attract women with big fish, it doesn't do anything for me.
Sarah, 33, from St. Mary's College, graduated in 2006, location Baltimore. Her info is weeding is my meditation. Also, meditation.
Weeding?
Listen, shut up.
No, I'm asking.
Weeding is my meditation. Also, meditation is my meditation. That's her entire profile.
What's my entire profile, Scott?
There's a picture of her in some sort of tunnel. There's a picture of her drinking a samosa. There's a picture with her with lots of shoes, even on her hands. See that? Shoes on her hands. Shoes on her hands.
Oh, she's kind of performance artsy.
And
maybe she's a hoarder too. It could be a match made in heaven.
Here's her with at least 4 kayaks.
That's a lot of kayaks.
Seems like a lot.
She has a very small butt for 4 kayaks.
Seems like a lot of kayaks for one person. I'm
exactly.
gonna go ahead and swipe right on that.
Go ahead and swipe right.
Oh my gosh.
So what does your profile say? Let's read your profile.
Don't read my
Stud
profile.
Muffin.
Don't read shit. Don't read nothing.
Oh, isn't this guy cute?
Who?
All right. So, Scott, we have a picture of him in a leather jacket on a pole.
That's not me.
Leaning against
That ain't me.
No, that's not you.
Right.
And then a picture with friends, which I think is always good, but they're with other chicks, so I have to wonder, like, is this a poly relationship or something, open relationship? Because whenever I see another chick in a picture, I immediately go, Then there's one of him, is that a beer? Contemplating the sky. I don't even understand this picture.
That's terrible.
It's a terrible picture. And then this one is kind of cute.
Okay. Yeah, it's fine.
And then,
Where is he?
He's standing in a stream with a dog in his arms.
Okay. Think about that picture as hard as you can. Seriously,
What is he doing in the middle of a stream with a dog in his arms?
Exactly. Why would he have to be... Who puts themselves in that position? Oh my God.
Well, let's read his profile. Let's figure out.
You're not going to get anything.
Location, Baltimore.
Great.
Info. No one...
I am a professional stream dog holder. If it doesn't say anything other than that, then that was a weird stage photo, and it doesn't make any sense.
And also, it's not a selfie. So somebody actually stood there and took a picture of him with his dog standing on a rock in the middle of a stream. Okay, info. This is all there is. No one ever accused me of being boring.
No one? Okay, the question
See,
there
with
is...
that makes me laugh, and I want to swipe
but
right.
the logical question there is, how many people have you met in your life? Because if it's like 5, then that's a terrible statement.
But see, I'm still willing to... He's rocking, what is it, red or purple pants in this one?
Stop paying attention to the photos. The statistics.
I'm still swiping right, and he didn't like me anyway. So what does it matter? What the heck is this?
That's the thing. You don't know.
So let's look at your profile, Stud Muffin.
Why am I?
Yeah. Well, I think you have a really good profile, and I think people should take note. Hold on.
Nobody should care.
Let me find yours in my... Because see, the thing is, I saw Scott, and I was like swiped right, and I was like, I just thought you had a really great profile,
Hey,
Scott. Nice job.
Hey, Joe, if you're watching this, I hope you're having a wonderful dinner with Jen.
All right, so Scott, film, stage, and television director.
Lies. That guy sounds like a liar.
Location, Baltimore. Info, I wear many hats. I work in live, film, It's a little bit of a grammar problem. And then the Oxford comma, which I hate, and TV production. I'm also a longshoreman, comma, looking for, there's no capitalization, looking for someone who is down to earth, comma, attractive, comma, and funny. So if you like the Oxford comma, he's your guy. I have a sarcastic, sharp sense of humor while trying to be kind and generous. And then the stars emoji.
Yeah.
Well, see, but I think this is a pretty good profile because it's not too long. And it is totally honest, I think, in a way, in your own special way.
And it proves that I'm, it makes you decide, is he attractive enough for me to get over his borderline?
Well, he smiles in the first picture, and it's kind of an artsy picture. See, like, aw. And then his next picture is him looking goofy in a bar, which I think is kind of endearing. And then a picture of him working out.
So we're doing this.
And then a picture with him in a suit looking like a mobster with a dog. And it's always good to pose with a dog. And then another picture of him in his house, also looking quite surprised and happy, which I think that's kind of out of character.
Okay.
And
Michelle.
then you with somebody who you starred out their face. And that's an old picture. But still, I think it's a really solid profile.
Michelle. What the fuck happened? That's all you got?
Yeah. I'm a woman of little words when it comes to these profiles. Nobody reads them anyway.
Me and Michelle found each other on the old Bumble. Michelle, 40X, singer-songwriter, musician, composer, at Michelle. At Michelle? Is that the end of it? It's ... Am I not getting the whole thing? She went to the University of Notre Dame. Her location is Baltimore, and she lives 0.2 miles away from where I am currently. That's right here, right now. Her info says, I once swiped right on a double cheeseburger, a bacon double cheeseburger. And that's the entire thing. Her features include her laying on a photo, wide awake, singing into a microphone, wearing headphones, with a bunch of bridesmaids who may or may not be zombies, in a car surprised, and singing into another microphone.
Tits out.
Tits basically out. And that's Michele McTierney's Bumble profile, if you ever happen to come across it. So the moral of the story is...
Women, be brief.
Be brief, because nobody's paying any fucking attention. Seriously.
Yeah.
The way that's set up is the guy is forced to swipe right on everything because of time constraints.
And guys just have a really good smiling picture. If you have every single picture where you're just like frowning or looking like, it doesn't do anything for me.
My theory is that a girl spends about 1 second longer than a guy does on a Bumble profile. That you would actually look at more than 1 to 3 photos more than a guy would.
I don't look at the profile unless I actually like the picture.
Right. You have to start with the picture.
I would start with one picture and then I go, I wonder what else. And then, go from there. And then I look at the possibly. Maybe I'll just swipe right because they're attractive. I'm more dude than chick sometimes.
I feel like every guy's profile should start with the fountain of youth. Like, that's your first...
This guy has... Okay, you're going to laugh at this. All right, so there you go. 1.
Everyone you ever meet knows something you don't. And that's him in a baseball cap showing his bald head in front of a sign that says that. There's him dressed as...
Guido from Entourage. I don't know.
What's that comedian?
Andrew Dice Clay.
Drew Dice Clay.
Mm-hmm.
looking just like Andrew Dice Clay.
Picture 3.
Still kind of looking like Andrew Dice Clay's brother.
Picture 4.
I-
Exact same picture.
2 of the same pictures with a bad sign. This one is not different from the other, that he's wearing a hat.
And then exact same picture zoomed up.
That's terrible.
That's a waste of 2 pictures. You could have had a dog picture in there, dude. A dog picture.
I feel like segment 4 of this interview was the worst. I feel like this is a waste of time.
Really?
This is where people stop watching. I'm just saying. Nobody.
This was your idea, though.
It's
See,
not
when
my
it's my
fucking
idea.
It wasn't even my idea to come here. It's fucking 9. It's almost 10
Oh,
o'clock
this is
at
so
night.
you. Look. All right. So this guy, look at this. Scott.
What?
Look, he has a dog
He's kissing
picture.
his fucking dog. And the dog's... Oh, God, the dog's rebellious, pissing on the keep out sign. Yeah, okay, great. And then cat, maybe? And then half
Door
a face,
handle.
Half a face door handle.
Yeah.
So he's a door handle. I would connect with that guy and call him a door handle and then just unfriend him.
Would that be his new nickname? Do you have any nicknames? Door handle.
Do you guys have any nicknames? No? None? Have you ever given somebody a nickname?
Not really.
Come on. Really? They call me Chainsaw.
Harassing poor people who are trying to get to their rooms.
You guys have a lovely night.
Have a great night. How do you feel about that, Scott?
What's happening?
Over here.
What, the phone
What,
ringing?
you know, no.
Should I answer that?
All right, so
I'm going to answer that.
dogs look at where you point, cats look at your finger. Which are you?
I leave. Every time.
No, so what do you think about that art installation right over there with the carved heads of deer?
RL Hotel. Yes. Thank you. Goodbye. Thanks. So, 803.
Was it?
The room above 803 is experiencing some pounding, and they want that to stop. No problem.
Steve, I'm really sorry for him doing your job.
I told them that we would.
He was
take
very
care of it.
polite, though, wasn't he not?
I didn't hear about that.
He was so polite. He was like you. He was like you, Steve. I promise. It's quite the reach of the microphone cord to be able to answer the hotel RL's phone.
Okay, Michelle, you go ahead and talk to the.
We have 5 minutes.
Okay, go ahead and talk for 5 minutes. I'm going to go take a leak.
No, you have to. You
No,
have to.
this has been a lot of fun, but I got to pee.
All right. So that is the end of Liner Notes Radio. I'm Michele McTierney. That was Scott Ambrose.
Over here? All right, I got it.
I don't know whether to think this is the best show ever or not. But you be the judge. Give us some comments and see if you would ever want some shenanigans like this ever again on Liner Notes Radio. And I wanted to thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great night. Next week, I promise that Meg B Banter will be back, and we will have musical guests talking about music. I promise you. All right. No, but many thanks to the one and only Scott Ambrose for being a guest on the show tonight. Thank you so much and have a great night. Bye-bye.